More and more souls piling in. What a day. Even I'm starting to get overwhelmed. Come to think of it, I could really use an assistant. I wonder who'd fit the job.
My lord, there's someone here to see you.
What? Oh, send them away, Ball. I'm not going to be holding an audience with a rival if they can't even be bothered to send a word in advance. Typical insolent.
Forgive me, sir. It's not another demon lord. It's actually a mortal.
A mortal? You mean like a human? You know what? Send them in. I could really use some entertainment. Well, well, well. You've travelled an awfully long way, haven't you, little mortal? It must have been quite the journey. A fascinating tale, I'm sure. Before you tell me what you want, before you tell me why you're here, please, indulge me. How did you get here? You're very clearly still alive, so I presume you didn't come here through the conventional method. Oh, so you went and summoned Ball, did you? Yes, he was quite a powerful ruler back in the day. But I conquered his realm long ago, and now he reports to me. You must have been quite surprised when he said he'd take you to his master. Oh, you thought he meant... No. I'm not the ruler of hell, but I do have dominion over a portion of it. My name? That's awfully presumptuous of you to ask my name, seeing as though you haven't even given me your own yet. And you haven't even bowed yet. I forgave that oversight due to my curiosity, but if you don't want me to take your soul, I suggest you kneel and introduce yourself. Much better. I'm surprisingly pleased to meet you, you know. My name? Well, that isn't important. All you need to know is that I'm a demon lord. I'm one of the upper crust down here. The more followers a demon has, the more powerful they are, and I've gathered a considerable number of followers. In fact, I have a veritable army under my banner. Do keep that in mind when addressing me. Oh, your tone is much more respectful now. Good. Now, let's get to it, shall we? Why are you here? To sell your soul? At one time that would have been an incredibly tempting offer, but nowadays the mortal realm is so bloated with humans that souls are as common as sulphur here, so if anything it would increase my workload and, well, I don't need any more on my plate. Oh, don't beg. You look ridiculous blubbering like that. Are you really expecting mercy from a demon? Ha! Leave? Oh no, you won't be leaving. Your fate was sealed the moment you came here, the moment you left the mortal realm, as are everyone's who come here. You're right, I don't want you. So go. Go run around hell to your heart's content. Go be somebody else's problem. Oh, I just can't keep a straight face with you crying like that. I was kidding. I'm not just going to kick you out of my kingdom. No, you're here now. And I don't think you look ridiculous, for the record, when you sob like that. You look hilarious. Maybe even a little bit cute. Oh, don't act so indignant now. I was just having a bit of fun. I'm a demon, you see. I find suffering immensely entertaining. Oh no. I still don't want your soul. I meant what I said about being overrun, as it is. But if you need a favour from me, there is another way you could earn it. You have a few choices, actually. Basically, I want you to take one of the more monotonous jobs around here, so I can free up a demon or two for more important tasks, you see. Why don't I have some of my human souls do those jobs? Well, it's because they wouldn't be suffering, you see. At least, not as much as they should be. and I do take pride in my work. I'm not about to go easy on them. No, not just because I've been entrusted with so many. No, that wouldn't be fair. But you're in a unique position, you see. You aren't dead, nor have you sold me your soul. Well, not for lack of trying anyway. But this means I have no obligation to torture you. So, let's look at the options here. Let's see. You could care for my hellhounds. They need to be fed, walked and played with every single day. Oh, does that sound like something you'd enjoy? Oh, well, then I'm so glad, because that would actually free up more than one or two of my minions. I lose so many good workers to my little babies. What do you mean? Well, hellhounds aren't just regular dogs. They're about 5 feet at the shoulder, powerfully built, as vicious as a starving bear, and to be honest, sometimes I wonder if they're worth keeping around with how often caretakers have accidents with them. But, oh, I love my puppies so much. They're my little babies, and I just can't get rid of them. Plus, so many of the damned fear hellhounds. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they're just scared of large animals. Oh, you've changed your mind? Shame. Well, what else? Let's see. I could have you stoke the pit of fire. It's the place we keep souls, in between torture sessions. Yes, the name pretty much sums it up. Souls can't die, since, they're already dead. So we just toss them in there, and they're in pretty much constant agony until we take them back out. Just keep them in there? I told you before, I take pride in my work. If you really want a human to suffer, you can't let them get adjusted now, can you? Anyways, you'd be helping keeping the fire burning as hot as possible. Feeding it fuel, fanning the flames, etc, etc. As you can imagine, it's as hot as, well, hell. And it's backbreaking labour to boot. I actually used to make souls do it as a form of punishment. But you never know when one will actually enjoy doing hard labour. You mortals are so weird like that. So, you don't think you're one of those? Well, fine. I have another job in mind. I could have you help me with my work directly. I'll admit, I have reservations about employing a non-demon tormentor, but I suppose I can at least give you a chance. That's right, a tormentor. You would be in charge of torturing some of the souls of the damned. Honestly, it's not terribly difficult either, as long as you have a little creativity. Naturally, you'll be employing some of the classics: stabbing with a pitchfork, branding with hot iron, whipping, and, of course, psychological attacks are as important as the physical ones. You'll have access to their life's history, so you can suss out their phobias, shames, deepest, darkest fears, and you'll do quite well if you can do all of that, which I'm sure you could. Oh dear, you're looking rather pale. Relax. It's not like you'd be torturing innocent people. This is hell, remember. We get the nastiest, most evil scum of the earth. Murderers, rapists, politicians, you name it. Really, you'd be performing a public service. At least, that's how I see it. Oh, goodness. You're picky, aren't you? Well, those are the 3 jobs. Pick one fast before I decide to take your soul after all. Yep, it was all a joke. I'm not going to give you some horrifying task. I'm actually starting to like you see. I wouldn't mind having you as a court jester, but I wouldn't waste you on something so frivolous like that. So, here's the real job offer. I want you to become my personal assistant. You see, I think I could find ways to make torturing methods more efficient, less labour intensive, But I'm getting caught up in the daily drudgery of just keeping up with demand. I don't have time to figure out new innovations, but if I had someone to handle all the little trivial things for me, then it would be a different story. Basically, your duties would involve travelling around my kingdom, collecting reports and ensuring quotas are being met, delivering messages, etc., etc. It would be challenging to be sure, but doesn't that sound a lot better than my other suggestions? I mean, I suppose you could pick one of those if you like. Oh, so you'll accept? I'm so glad to hear that. I was actually going to select one of my minions to do it, but you came along right as I came up with the idea. The timing was perfect. It feels almost like fate, wouldn't you agree? What's that? Oh, that's right. You came down here to make a deal, didn't you? Tell me, what is it you want from me? If it's in my power, I will make it happen, I promise. And since I'm feeling so generous as I always am, if I can't do it, I'll return you home safely. Oh, I wasn't expecting something so noble. Don't you people usually pray to God about that sort of thing? Well, regardless, although I can't exactly say that you made the right choice coming to me, I can definitely tell you that that is something I can make happen. In the meantime, my servant outside the door will gladly show you to your new living quarters. Get some rest. I'll be training you on your new job tomorrow. See you then.